Hey, what's good, everybody? I'm Joshua Jericho. This is 7 Deadly Sins, and today I'm going to give you some tips and advice based on the things that I get asked a lot and ways that I can help you to just enjoy the game more, get more out of it, help build your roster, that kind of stuff. So, for the first tip, we're going to talk about Awakening Stones because I get asked a lot about Awakening Stones. Joshua, where can I get more Awakening Stones? And outside of drops from boss battles, the best way, and actually better than drops from boss battles, the best way to get them is from salvaging. But let's talk about salvaging real quick here because there's a trick to it to help you get more Awakening Stones. So, we will start off by just salvaging some random. We're going to use these attack runes only. So we'll get 5 of them that are not enhanced, okay? So 5 non-enhanced ones. When we salvage them, okay, they have a chance to drop Awakening Stones, but as you can see, I didn't get any. All right, so I got 15 enhanced material. Now, what if I had enhanced those to a +1? So we've got 5 +1s that I'm going to go ahead and salvage here. All right, so I've got 5 +1s. You can see I didn't get an Awakening Stone with the +1s, but I did get double the number of enhancement materials. Alright, so what about 5 +5s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's salvage those. And suddenly I'm getting more enhanced material, but I'm also getting Awakening Stones. So, if you have the gold, it is actually a good idea to go in and enhance your gear that you're going to salvage to at least +1, if not up to +5, depending on how much gold you have and you want to put into it. Now, the results are going to vary a little bit, but your odds of getting Awakening Stone material is going to go up. If you are looking for an easy way to go in and enhance a bunch of gear that you're going to get rid of anyway, you can just do it right here in the equipment. Scroll down, find whatever you want to enhance. Here's a rare random. Just click on enhance. It's just like your regular menu. 600 gold. And I've got a better chance to get materials from that and salvage later. Okay? So that's tip 1. On to tip 2. Okay, so as you can see, I just defeated a deathmatch demon boss, which means that I can now get the 20% discount in the city that he was raiding. So here is your tip number 2. Now, if your tip is not you get 20% off, everybody knows that part, okay? Here's what your tip is. If you have maxed out your city to 5 hearts, you go to donations, you give them 30k, you get this buff, 20% discount for items purchased with gold at every shop in the city. That buff for 20% does in fact stack with the deathmatch buff that you get already, which means I'm now saving 40% on anything I buy in the shops. The follow-up part of the tip is now you can buy the cups here for 60k a piece instead of 80k a piece, which essentially means if you buy 5, you're now getting a cup for free. So you can see here it says event 40% off. They do stack. You're getting buying 5 cups for the price of 4 cups. You're essentially getting a cup for free. You can do that in every city, every day if you really want to, if you have the money for it. So yeah, that's tip number 2 for you. On to the next one. Okay, this one confuses me to death, but I get this all the time. Joshua, I love this game. I hate the ads. All right, I personally, I don't agree with you. But if that's your opinion and it really bothers you, let me show you something really simple. So here's your tip. Click on the add bonus thing when it comes up, or you can click on that little icon right here, add notification on. Now it's off. You'll never see it again. Okay? Now you don't have to see it there. Just ignore it on your draw. Ignore it in your mailbox. No ads ever again. Okay? So hopefully that helps you guys out. On to the next tip. Here we go. All right, so that covers 3 of the 4 tips. Now the last tip is a little bit more to do with the general overall. Joshua, how do you get your character roster so strong? And for those of you that haven't been watching the stream, just to kind of give you an idea of my overall strength, you can see my overall combat class for my entire account is 620k. For my main team, it is 110k. Okay? How do I do it? Like, what am I doing different or whatever that is helping me to do this? And how can it help you? Well, the answer to that is a word that I throw around a lot in the stream, and that is being efficient. Efficiency, okay? Efficiency is how I do it. This game, you're going to be farming. You're going to be farming a lot. You're going to be needing materials. Just kind of look at one hero, just random, any hero here. We'll get blue Kill Thunder. Okay, you're going to need to awaken. You're going to need cups. You're going to need these materials all the way to 6, right? So cups and materials. Equipment. You're obviously going to need equipment for him as well. I don't even have all my equipment on. You're going to need to enhance him. So you're talking about potions. You're going to need to evolve him. So you're talking about books. Eventually you're going to limit break him. So you're talking about raid materials. So and this is the same for every single character. So how can you be efficient in playing the game to help you build a nice big roster? Well, the answer to that question is check events regularly. Okay? What I do is go into battle event, check your events, okay? You're going to have events, and you've got options here like boss battle clearing event, deathmatch event. Over here on notices, you're going to have things like half off for farming dungeons, half off for farming the free stages, half off for farming boss battles, 2 times gold for the dungeon, things like that, okay? You're eventually going to need all of these things. You're going to need to farm free stages for food, for gear, for awakening materials. You're going to need to farm boss battles to get cups. You're going to need to farm the dungeon to get gold and pots and books. Like, all of these things are going to happen. So make the most of these events when they come up. Now, right this minute, there really isn't an event that I can show you. But I know in a couple of days, there's going to be half off on free stages. And then right after that, half off on dungeons, okay? It's on the calendar, so I know it's coming. If you need the calendar, it is on the website for Netmarble for the game, okay? You can find every week, they will tell you what's coming up, and I know in a couple of days, I'm going to have the opportunity to get half off every time I want to farm a free stage. What does that mean? Well, that means that's a great time for me to get more gear, more food, more awakening materials, so I can use those items later. Now, after that is going to be the dungeon. That means I can get more enhancement potions, I can get more books to limit break with, and more gold, okay? So, those are a couple items that you can use. When it is the boss battle, more cups, okay? If you are using less stamina, but you're still getting the things that you need, you're being efficient. Instead of thinking in the mindset of, I just picked up Red Hauser, and I want to do everything I need to max Red Hauser. I don't have anything prepared right now, so I need to go in and get pots and books and awakening stuff and gold so I can take care of Red Hauser right this minute, okay? Instead of thinking that way, think long term, okay? You're going to be efficient now. So you're going to say, In a couple of weeks, the new Helbram is going to drop from the banner. In a couple of weeks, the new Gother is going to drop from the banner. In a month, Escanor is going to drop from the banner. If I farm things now, when things are half stamina, I will have the materials, the gold, and the equipment to put on my characters when I pick them up from the banner. In the meantime, instead of going ham on one character, I can farm up a bunch of stuff and slowly build my roster up. This weekend, if I work on awakening materials, I can awaken a whole bunch of characters to 4 or 5 stars. If I work on gear, I can put gear on a whole bunch of characters. If I work on cups, then I will have the cups in order to awaken characters to 3 or 4 or 5 stars. If I work on pots, then I can take some of these low-level characters that are like level 1 down here at the bottom of my roster, and all of a sudden they're ready to go to 40 or 50 or 60 or whatever, okay? You got to think of it long term. And in the end, that's going to help you build out your roster. And you're going to slowly start to build up a stockpile of items you will have ready for when the new people come out. So when the new Merlin comes out today, I can immediately go in and look at this. I'm already ready to awaken her 1 time, 2 times, almost 3 times, almost 4 times. I need a couple more items here and a couple of items here, but I have the cups already. I have pretty much everything for 5 times. I'm pretty close to 6 times as well, okay? She's already got all that. Equipment, I can put I got tons of SSR gear I can start putting on her, okay? If you're looking at enhancement potions, look at this. 18 of these things. And 78 and 251 that I can upgrade into these for even more. I can do that instantaneously. Evolving her, look at all those books I have already stockpiled, okay? I'm ready to go. Like, she came out today. I just picked her up in the banner like an hour ago. I can pretty much have her ready to go. And I didn't have to do any work because I have efficiently been farming ahead of time. And that is the key. Be efficient, okay? That's my biggest tip for you guys. So, hopefully these tips helped. If they did, then hey, great. That's going to help your game even more. If you are looking for more advice, there are 2 options. You can always come to the stream, ask me questions. I'll be glad to answer them. And you can also hang out in my Discord. We have a lot of smart people there that are more than glad to give you advice, talk to you about team building, gear equipment building, who should I work on next, things like that. And if you need a guild, we've got guild recruitment. If you need friends, we have code exchange, all that kind of great stuff. All right. The last thing, as always, is this little mini pig right here, Net Marble. If you're watching this video, this little mini pig right here, please, for the love of everything grand, make him a costume so that when I have to finally upgrade this pig into the full-size one, I can turn him back into a mini pig because he's too cute. He's just too cute, man.